sticklers to a schedule, or sticklers to, yeah, let's just say sticklers to a schedule. And for a guy that just discovered the beauty of the schedule yesterday, perhaps I don't want that. I don't know if I do. I don't know if I want that. Maybe we should just go a little dim today. Kind of keep it mysterious. I'm a little early today. I feel bad about that because I feel bad about everything. It's tough to live with guilt about everything. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay. Part of me wants to go for a little walk this morning, and I didn't think I had my gimbal with me, but I did. It's a pretty day. We got a little snow coming down here in Naperville, and might be a nice morning for a walk with you guys, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Good morning, Dylan. How are you? I mean, it's nice to walk. Exercise is good. You guys probably like seeing some scenery from time to time. I asked a woman on TikTok, I think it was, who goes by Alexandra, because that's her name. And she goes, oh, I like to walk in videos a lot, but what I really like is when you're just kind of talking and being honest. And although I'm talking as I'm walking, I'm probably not digging into the crazy conversations or the deep thoughts that I might be when I'm sitting in my car or sitting on my bed or sitting in the kitchen or wherever else I might be doing my show. So maybe while I'm just kind of, well, you guys are tuning in, I'm going to just bring out this gimbal and show you it. Because I don't know. I mean, I have stuff I want to talk about, but I don't know. So we pop this in. Again, I bought this a couple weeks ago. It's a gimbal. It is, I forget the brand. I don't even really think the brand matters, although it might matter a little bit. And it kind of goes like this, and you put your phone in here, and then you push this little button, and it beeps. And then if the phone's here, it senses it, and it goes up to balance it. And when you're walking along the street, it kind of gives a little bit in 3 different axes. And therefore the whatever you're filming is smooth. I've seen people actually running with these things, and it almost looks like the runner is floating along in the camera, and it's kind of cool. So I'm debating, I don't know, my content sucks this morning. I run out of things to say. Maybe we'll go for a walk, but if I don't, we'll just sit here and talk. So good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and yes, in case you are wondering, I am bald, and I shaved this morning. Hey, we got a like. Thank you so much for liking this, by the way. We got 16 viewers. I go live every morning, and I enjoy it, and it's fun, and people like hearing me talk for whatever reason, and I say funny things, and sometimes I'll say inspirational things. Sometimes I'll say frustrating things that'll annoy the crap out of my viewers, but either way, it's just me. So I'm hoping to grow my audience, and I know when somebody likes the video, it helps, it causes YouTube or whatever social media platform I'm on to push that video out to more and more viewers, exposing my content, whatever it may be on that day, to a wider audience. So I'd appreciate anybody watching, even if you hate me, click like on there, however you do it here on YouTube. I don't totally know. It'll help, it'll, I don't know, maybe push my audience, push me to a bigger audience. Good morning, Byron. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. But again, let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. And before I start from the top, I talked last night about a marketer, a little crafty business called Wheeze something that reached out to me yesterday, wants to put together coffee cups and little towels for me. And she's going, you know, we could have the logo Coffee with Ken, but we'd also maybe on the other side put one saying I use. And I'm thinking like, good morning, good morning, good morning to you would be a good one for the towel or the other flip side of the cup or what have you. You know, I'm just brainstorming here. So I don't like advice. I don't want to hear what I should do in my life a lot because I don't. But if you guys have any awesome ideas for stuff to put on cups, or she was even talking like on the bottom, have it, there's some sort of like logo for either mental health awareness, or I suggested maybe Down syndrome awareness, and I told her specifically because of what happened to my brother that men's mental health, and I know that might alienate, I hope it doesn't alienate anybody because all of our mental health is important, but I think men specifically maybe struggle with more issues than society lets them talk about, and specifically when they're divorced. I know my brother took his life, and I also know that the suicide rate amongst men is at least twice that of women. And I'm not saying all lives don't matter, because believe me, but I just don't think guys are allowed to hurt and to see therapists, are certainly more hesitant to go see a therapist or get mental health help and to talk about it. And I think part of that's why my show's important, because I'm so upfront with my own. Hello, Pat Riley. Good morning, Jen. And good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It is January 23rd. I got the lights off in my car, so we kind of have an au natural lighting. Although it's not really au natural, because the light that I'm getting is just coming from the street lights out there and the Christmas lights out there. Not the sun, because believe me, the sun is not up yet. It's dark outside. But anyway, this is a show I have been doing for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing the ups and downs as one man goes through life. I'm so excited, by the way. I'm so excited. Yesterday, a day and a half ago, Tuesday night, I said, hey, I got to get myself scheduled. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling down. I feel like I'm just drifting through life a little bit. I've always been kind of an entrepreneur. I was a realtor. I was a stockbroker. Now I'm a content creator. I've rarely had jobs that gave me structure and said, you have to punch in at 9 and you get to punch out at 5 and you get 30 minutes for lunch and 2 15-minute breaks. I've never really had that. And so I've always kind of made my own schedule. And I found myself, although working hard, just not being very productive. Or even if I was productive, I wasn't feeling productive or feeling purposeful. So 2 nights ago, I put together a schedule, and I'll talk about that in a bit, but it feels really good. Thank you so much, Nikki Fleming. Nikki Fleming says, hola, Ken. Been watching a few weeks, just first time messaging, just giving you a like. I'm British, living in Spain. Lucky you. Onwards and upwards, Ken. You got this, Nikki. Thank you so much, Nikki. Are you English British? Are you Scottish? Are you Welsh? Are you Irish? If you're Scottish, I'd want to talk more. I could talk about the old country, about Edinburgh and Wallingford and Musselburgh. I call it Musselburgh. Sometimes you get your boroughs and your fords confused. I'm sure it's happened to you if it's happened to me. Everybody gets their fords and boroughs confused when they're talking about towns in Scotland. But anyway, because I was doing the scheduler, I got here really on time the last 2 days. And yesterday I showed up and Starbucks, the openers were not here on time. And I had to do my entire Coffee with Ken show. Somebody said I was grumpy or angry or ticked off. I was just passionate yesterday. Oh, I'll come at you with passion. You cross me, I'll come back at you. But yesterday I didn't have any coffee. So that will be my excuse if I do need an excuse. But today, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. It's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot... By the way, I got the sweetest welcome to Starbucks this morning. I opened the door. I was so excited that it was open. And I said, good morning. And Chris, dude that is a barista and takes care of me a lot, yells, good morning, sweet and creamy Ken. I go, what? Whoa. Came off and I go, what did you say? I go, sweet and creamy Ken. I go, wow. I don't know if I've ever had a man call me sweet and creamy Ken, but I like it a lot. So thank you, Chris. And then Mia over there kind of got in on the conversation as well. Chris was doing a little bragging, and I appreciated it, saying it's hard to be the best employee in Starbucks. And Mia countered, oh, he's just making it up. And I go, really, who is? And she goes, it's me. I go, well, I like both of your self-confidence a heck of a lot. I think perhaps humility is a little overrated and confidence is underrated. I do. But that's just me. So anyway, I'm excited to have my first sip, and my hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you have a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, just a hint of cinnamon. I leave this cup in my car overnight so I don't forget it when I go to Starbucks the next morning, like right now. And I had it filled with this same mixture. It's coffee with cream and cinnamon. And if you leave a cup with coffee, cream, and cinnamon, just a little bit in the bottom, it becomes some yucky sludge in the morning when it's like 20 degrees out, like it is here. And it's this frozen, coagulated yuck in the bottom. And I go, Mia, I'm sorry, but would you mind pouring some hot water in this cup before you serve me my coffee? And she was very friendly to do it. So I give them both votes for Employee of the Day, month, week, years of Starbucks. Cheers to you, Julie. Oh, Thursday morning. Excited about my day. Had a great night's sleep. I'll tell you what, I don't want to over talk to scheduling because I talked about it a lot the last few days. But if you only scheduled 2 things in your day, if you wrote down 2 things that you had to do every day, this is going to sound weird. I don't want to say most important. I was just thinking about it as I rode here this morning. Writing down what time you're waking up and writing down what time you're going to bed, I think has helped my sleeping already. You know, I don't stop there. I got a list of to-dos. I got my whole day charted out, but at the top, and you're not going to see it, it says 5:10, wake up. And the last spot is 8 o'clock in bed. And I will tell you what, last night when I got into bed I actually was early because I was ahead of schedule most of the day. Good morning, Alexandra. Good morning, Chip. Yeah, when I was ahead of the schedule most of the day. So I got in bed early. But I'll tell you what, it felt so dang good. Didn't feel like I was blowing anything off, or maybe I should stay up for the news, or I wonder if there's a Bulls game on tonight, or whatever. I felt like I'd accomplished everything I was supposed to accomplish on that day. And I was even a little ahead of schedule and in bed a little early. And it felt so nice. I drifted off to sleep. I was up a couple times during the night, but I slept till my alarm, or actually a couple minutes to my alarm. I'm going, crap, the alarm's about to go off. I'm awake. It's 5:07, goes off in 3 minutes. Should I just get up or should I lay here and wait for it? I laid and waited for it. Felt good. Showered this morning. Yeah, so it's Thursday morning and I'm going to be picking up my kids. I've got my kids' our schedule planned. It's nice. I haven't seen them since Sunday. I usually pick them up Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. It was really cold here on Tuesday, and their mom and I decided it'd be best, since I don't have a home to take them to per se. I'm renting a basement from a dude that lives about a mile from where I'm at right now, and we're doing it kind of on a temporary basis just to see how it goes. And for the time being, he just would feel more comfortable, and I totally get it. And it's his house, so it's his rules. So, without me having the kids over, but I, hope we could change that soon. And I tell you what, it's not only not having the house to take them to; it's the fact that it's winter that makes it tough. Like, you can't go on walks. You can walk around the mall, but you really, you can't go on walks. You can't take them to the playground or the park or, play in the grass or do whatever other things you might do. I mean, the playground's a big one. Little kids like playgrounds. You're always bringing them in and out of the car. I haven't even brought the stroller along for the last couple months just because I wasn't using it. And to bring the stroller in and out of the car was more trouble than it's worth. So now I either grapple them or hold their hands, but I don't know how much they like that. Eve's a little independent girl. She's probably going to be like her mama. Oh. Hopefully she has a touch of her dada in there too. Hopefully. She probably will. But anyway, I was thinking about something this morning, and I talked to a few different women over the last couple weeks, just kind of friends that I've started talking to. And we're all a little weird. We're all a little weird. I can't blame any of my relationships for that I'm not with anymore, which is all of them. I can't blame them for being a little weird. I'm certainly a little weird. And I was talking to these two girls and going, it's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. And I'm wondering how arranged marriages work. And they work at a higher rate. And I don't know where they're very common, but I know in India they still do them. And I'm sure in other places in the world they do them as well. And I was kind of wondering, how do they work? And I'm wondering, A, because they're done early, it's not the land of misfit toys that they're pairing together that is the dating scene post-divorce 40 years and older that I'm immersed in and most of us are immersed in now. Because I guarantee if I went out on a date with a woman and she's talking to me about me, she'd go, God, land of misfit toys. And I'm thinking the same thing. So maybe, A, arranged marriages work because it's not a bunch of misfit toys. Because it's two relatively normal people, at least people that haven't been divorced, and haven't had all that baggage and all the scars and all the cheating and all the abuse and every other thing that happens during a divorce and all the yucky feelings that go along with it. And just kind of have a fresh, positive perspective. Hey, Chip is going to be awesome. Chip's the man of my dreams. He and I are 21. I was president of my sorority, and he was the captain of the golf team at the university. It's going to be great. And they're going to have 4 beautiful kids. I mean, maybe Chip and Buffy don't always end happily ever after. Maybe Chip has an affair, or Buffy becomes a alcoholic, gets hooked on the bottle, drowns her stress and her frustration that Chip is working too much or going out with his friends too much or under 2 bottles of wine every night and has the maid put him to bed and wake him up and get him off to college. So maybe the life of Chip and Buffy isn't as perfect as I think it could be. But I don't know. Yeah, Jack, Starbucks was open on time today. And I got the sweetest cheering section when I came in and yelled good morning with great enthusiasm. Chris, a male barista, yelled, "Good morning, sweet and creamy Ken." So here's to Chris. Oh. Good morning, Barry Stevens. I'm happy to have you on today. How do you guys like being on TikTok? Or not on TikTok, on YouTube? I still can't get the app over on from the App Store on TikTok. And part of me wonders, is this better or is this worse? Do the viewers like it more? Do I like it more? Is this a better platform for long-term growth on social media? And I'm not sure. You certainly get less engagement. You certainly get less engagement. And in a lot of ways, that's good. A lot of ways, that's good. Because, again, too often, I'll be talking about something and somebody will hop on and kind of distract me with a, hey, what do you do for a living? Or, hey, what's the show about? And I'll go try and ignore it, but it's hard for me. Yeah, Chip says he's liking it. Is everybody else liking this? Does everyone else like YouTube versus TikTok, out of curiosity? It's certainly quieter. Certainly quieter. But since I don't get all the constant barrage of new viewers hopping in, Alexander said, in the middle of it, not as interactive, but seems like less trolls. Cheryl says she likes it. Certainly not as interactive, and certainly less trolls, of course. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip. I wasn't thinking about you when I said that. Sergeant Gusty says, seems like less trolls. Yeah, no, it's way less trolls because I think they actually have to put some work into it to create accounts, which is nice and understandable. But it is less interactive and does push it out to less new people, but we're still getting a nice audience. I mean, we still got 50 people watching today, so I feel great about that. So we're getting a good audience. The other day when I did the 3-hour marathon on Monday, we were having in the 90s watching most of the time, so that was good. What do I like to do more? Good question, Alexander. Well, it's nice that it's quiet. It's nice that it's quiet, but it's also, you know, I just looked and go, okay, I've been talking 20 minutes, and I have one more thing I kind of want to glaze over that was on my mind this morning when I woke up, but I wondered, maybe I don't need to talk for an hour or 3 hours. And maybe I don't. Last night, I've been going live, and I scheduled both lives. Last night, I went live, and I ended up having more to say than less to say. And I ended up cutting it off. I'd put on my schedule, I was going to talk for half an hour, and I could have gone much longer. But right now, I'm kind of feeling of a sort of quiet mind and don't feel like I got to get all this stuff off my chest. And since less people are hopping on going, where are you from? I don't have to break in and say, well, I'm coming at you from Naperville, Illinois. It's a town of 150,000 people, 35 miles west of Chicago. Welcome aboard. But I do like it. Parts of me misses TikTok. I've been posting both videos on here and on Instagram. But it was nice watching the audience grow pretty quickly over there on TikTok. But again, it's so much less stressful. It's so much less stressful. And can go based on how you feel at that time. Yeah, no, Alexander, I definitely don't have to talk for an hour if I don't have an hour of stuff to talk about. I'll say this. Let me say this. And I kind of was touching on it when I was talking about relationships and talking to a couple women over the past couple weeks and looking back on the relationships I've had in the not too distant past. Really, and I implore you guys to be wary of who you're spending time with. Yeah. Because I was talking to a nice woman yesterday. And she's been following, and we've argued about it before, because she's followed my troll pages over on TikTok. And when I found out she was watching them, I got angry because I don't want that. And she goes, oh, well, I think it's funny. They don't mean any harm, which really set me off because they do. They're getting me fired from jobs and worse. And she was talking about it last night and how the trolls were harassing her. And I go, well, duh. Duh. Because they're trolls. Don't hang out with trolls. Or you are a troll. And I mean it. And then she kind of started talking about some things. And I'm going, the only reason you're saying the things you're saying is because you've been spending the last 3 months reading these troll comments about me. And I'm here trying to talk to you about good things and about scheduling your day or about going to church. And you're wanting to talk about yucky stuff that trolls are gossiping about me and their page. And I'm going, hey, I just don't want to do this. So my warning to you, you might think it's, and this could go for all sorts of things. You could probably say this about like porn or violent shows or watching the news or all sorts of things. But be careful what you're putting into your body and your mind. And if you're reading hateful comments from hate groups, you're going to become more hateful. And if you're watching, and I don't, porn or whatever, and I'm not even trying to be on a high horse, I would just gotta imagine that it's probably not good for your soul and your, who we are as a human. And I'm not preaching because I'm not, believe me, I've watched my share of everything. But I doubt it makes me a better person. And it might satisfy a momentary lust or watching a car crash kind of feel sort of good thing, or getting a little gossip out might allow you to laugh at somebody or feel like you're better than somebody. But those aren't really good feelings. And if you're laughing at somebody or feeling like you're better than somebody, you probably shouldn't be. So be wary. Be wary. Because you become who you hang out with. And I was thinking about it. I got a lot of really good friends and a lot of really successful friends. And I don't think, despite my current situation, that any of them looked down on me. If I felt they did, I wouldn't hang out with them. So just be careful who you hang out with. Do trolls troll to fill a void in their lives? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Because they can't feel very good about who they are, right? I mean, right? Can they? Can they hop on pages to say mean things about other people because they feel good about who they are? Alexander says, Jack, I think they do it to feel superior and better about themselves. Well, that's kind of a similar thing, I'd say, Alexander, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, they want to feel better about themselves, so they say mean things about others. I mean, we shouldn't dive too deep into this. Jack said they may not know it, but if they were truly happy and content with themselves, they wouldn't bother putting down someone else. Well, of course not. Of course not. It's almost incomprehensible. And believe me, I've wasted too much time wondering what the hell are these people doing. I don't care what you say about me. Okay, I'm a jerk. How long do we want to talk about how big of a jerk I am? Or that I'm a narcissist, or that I'm a con man, or that I'm whatever you want to say about me, whatever negative things. How long can we focus on what's wrong with me? Yeah. And this woman I was talking to was reading the comments, and she says every day there's hundreds of comments about me. Think about that. Think how creepy that is. She was telling me I should block the page. I go, I don't even go there. I don't even know what page you're talking about. I don't sit there and wallow in the cesspool of hate. That would suck. Miserable people want company, Cruella DeVille said. Yeah. So what are we? What are we? People sharing a cup of coffee? People working on ourselves, scheduling ourselves a little more, aspiring to be better, live in gratitude, feel okay about who we are and what we're doing and the direction we're going, our careers, our families, our loved ones, our lives. I hope we're those things. I hope we're those things. And I hope some way, despite my circumstances, we're all finding some inspiration about a guy who'll put himself out there and talk about his DUI or talk about his struggles with everything and how he keeps going. Bubble Girl said, I've seen the troll page and a GoFundMe was mentioned. I refused to believe it, but then you mentioned it Monday. So what is the difference between hate and truth? How does a viewer distinguish? Well, hate and truth aren't even on the same parallel. Hate is an emotion and truth is a state. Yeah. Hate is a bad thing. I guess I don't understand the question, Bubble Girl. Alexander said, people looking to have an open and honest convo about life, emotions, and day-to-day stuff. That's what we are. Bubble Girl, do you want to keep watching my show? Bubble Girl, maybe you shouldn't watch my show. How about we do that? Yeah. Right, I thought they said it. But Bubble Girl, why are you on that page? Why are you on that page? Yeah. Hey, Bubble Girl, I don't want you watching anymore. Will you remove yourself? Yeah. Yeah. Kind of creeps me out. Sorry if that offends anybody. But again, I think it's important to hang out with people that are good and that aren't hanging out on troll pages. And if I find out, yeah, I just don't want to. I just don't want to. None of my friends are reading troll pages about me. You know? I don't want that. Yeah, Bubble Girl, I'd rather you not be here. So if you could take yourself out of the conversation, I'd be more comfortable, please. Good morning, Kelly. How are you? How you feeling today? It's 6:17 in the morning. It's Thursday morning. Drinking some coffee, Kelly. Do you have some coffee? I mean that. I think it's so important not to hang out with bad people. To not hang out with bad people. Because I was talking to this woman last night, and all her thoughts on me were, well, we're tainted by spending months wasting her time reading gossip about me. You know, if you were reading the National Enquirer every day and then wanted to hang out with Jennifer Aniston or Brad Pitt or whatever, you would have such a negative biased opinion, you'd think that they had space alien children. Well, no, but they're just trying to discover if you really had sex with a Martian. And if you're reading crap and you're ingesting crap and you're feeling, you must be feeling crap. Yeah, you must be feeling crap. Yeah. Oh. Well, Ashley, I've been savagely slaughtered by trolls for the last several years. And it's my show, and I'm going to talk about what I want, Ashley. Yeah. Huh. Seems like we got a couple people hopping on. No, we didn't get much snow overnight, Jack. We got a dusting. I was kind of hoping there'd be a lot of snow this morning. I actually had my gimbal out this morning and was hoping to go for a walk maybe and show off the town. But I decided not to, and I just decided to sit here and drink some coffee. Boo doo doo, ba da boop boo, ba da boop boo da boop boop boo, boop boop boo, ba da boop boo, ba da boop boo da boop boop boo. Yeah, it feels so nice that it's warm enough. It feels so nice that it is warmer outside. It feels so nice that it's warmer out today. You know what is so cool about YouTube? You know what is so cool about YouTube? Well, Cheryl, you saw that comment, right? You saw that comment. I had a small pack of trolls hop on, and I was able to remove them myself. I had a small pack, and I was able to delete them myself. And they can't just hop back to their profile and in 15 seconds create another fake account. So that is a nice thing about YouTube, and almost a priceless thing. Almost a priceless thing for me. You know? And almost because even if the audience is a little smaller, but it's only a little smaller. We got 57 people here. And this is just my third or fourth day on YouTube. Huh. Jack, how's the coffee? The coffee is delicious. The coffee is delicious. I'm looking forward to hearing back. I was hoping to get a mock-up of the Coffee with Ken cups that this woman was going to design. I might reach out to her this morning and see if she came up with anything. That'd be fun for me. We do have a snowplow coming this way, but it's only a dusting, Jack. Do you guys want to see what it looks like outside? Would you like to see what it looks like outside? Let's go outside real quick. Hold on. Ba-da-doo. 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 Well, that's kind of nice. It is so nice. It's not frigid cold. There's my Starbucks. Right there. I don't know if you can see. Oh, that's not Chris. That's somebody else. I don't know his name. He's new. But yeah, it's such a quiet time. It's so pretty out. Feels great that I can go outside without I got a coat on, obviously, but without super bundled up. And Alexandra said she's finally getting out of bed. She didn't want to miss the show, so she joined in bed. That is a level of commitment, Alexandra, that's almost unheard of. Jack Taylor, I was just outside. If I could hook up into my gimbal. Should I do the gimbal? You want me to do the gimbal? Should we finish up with a little walk and talk? I don't know. Is this jumping the shark? Am I just looking for something to say? Maybe. Let's try it, though. I'm going to grab this. Try and do this. Hello. Hey. Hopefully I don't hang up on you guys. I'm going to try and do this, see if it works. Wee-hee-hee! I'm going to put on my hat, and we're going to take a little walk. Is that cool? Should I bring my coffee? Hold on here. Can I put my hat on? That's not going to do a hell of a lot of good. Okay, well, let's bring my coffee. Let's go for a little walk. It's kind of pretty out. Bing, bing. Wish I could put my hat on, but hey, you're getting a little too close up. Hey, give me some space, guys. Give me some space. We all need a little space in life. Yeah, let's go for a little walk. See how this works. Should I flip it around? Well, you obviously don't want to just stare at me, do you? Wait, how do I flip it around? Oh, right there. Hold on, let me try. Oh, that's so easy. So easy on YouTube. All right, let's go for a little walk. So you guys are going to insist. We go for a little walk and talk with Ken. Jack says his favorite part of the show is Man on the Street, showing off of Naperville. It is kind of pretty out. Hey, there's Officer Friendly right there. Hello, Officer Friendly. How are you? I'll tell you what, I could never be a cop, but I think it'd be kind of badass because their trucks look cool. They're, I don't know, when they're all armored up and, I mean, they probably have like 100 pounds of gear on them, but I tell you what, they look pretty cool and pretty tough. There's a woman, here's the Apple store, all gated up. I don't think they used to have those. I think maybe some bad people once broke in, like drove a car in and stole a bunch of stuff. Maybe not at this one, or maybe it's just something they've always had. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, we'll just do a little walk. I really wish I would have got my hat on. If you guys have anything to say, please chime in. I can read the comments because you're not staring at my face from point blank range. We'll walk on down by the river. Do you guys want to go down by the river? I live in a van down by the river. Boop, boop, boo, ba-doop, boop, boo, ba-doop, boop, boo, do-do-do-do-do-do. Gosh, it does look pretty again, I was kind of hoping we'd get a little more snow. Do I prefer Lou's or Giordano's? I think Giordano's. I know you can get the sausage chunked up, but if you don't ask for it that way, they put the sausage on like a slab on your pizza, where every little bite has a smear of sausage, and I kind of find that a little yucky. Hello, library! I feel like Jimmy Stewart in It's a Wonderful Life. Hello, old! What was this thing called? Mortgage and loan! I wish I knew some of the lines from it, because I feel I could do the raspy Jimmy Stewart voice on this snowy day. Julie Flanagan says she remembers that too. Steve and I love the Riverwalk. It is a huge library. It's a big town, Alexandra. This bottom floor is a kid floor, which makes me think. The other day, I was there on Tuesday. I didn't have my kids because it was too cold, and my ex-wife and I decided to keep them at her house. But I was there, and they had a little reading story time in there in the community room. And I checked it out, and there was just a few moms with little kids, 2 to 3 and 4 years old type kids. Look how pretty that is. John Crapper says the libraries are the most underutilized asset in the city, town. They could be. Yeah, look at this. Look how pretty this is. I'm glad we did this. Man walking his dog. Christmas tree, covered bridge. Let's cross the covered bridge. Ho, ho, ho. Hold on here. Hey, there I am. Just wanted you to remember that there's a guy holding this camera without a hat. It's not as warm as one might think. Again, I was out here. I did a video right out here the other day, and the river's frozen, which is kind of cool because, I don't know, rivers usually don't freeze up solid or don't very often. But yeah, it is pretty. We'll just kind of finish this walk. Yeah, I've been asked, but it was by a troll. Some troll was going, why are you so obsessed with Naperville? All you talk about is Naperville. I think that's the key to trolls. That they sit on their troll pages and gossip about me, kind of make up stuff. And in their mind, they're so fascinated why all I talk about is this, or why all I talk about is that. And I'm going, I'm just a dude going through life. Leave me alone. Vasilis, cool Greek, or is it Mediterranean? I don't know. I've had gyros in there. They're nice. Beautiful fountain, but it's obviously not going. Again, you can walk down by the river walk right down there. Real pretty. Blue sushi, or blue tuna, or blue sushi. Again, Water Street. Look how pretty this is. I already walked by Dick Tracy, Jack. Gonna walk by my old restaurant. Woo-hoo-hoo, I'm starting to get a little cold. Starting to get a little cold. No gloves, no hat, bald man, walking through Naperville. There's 64 Wine Bar where I worked from August till, when did I stop? November? Kind of cool place. If you like wine, it's a really cool place. Again, it's kind of funny, they have all these tables. In the summer, when I first started there, it was slammed and we were busy, and I was scheduled like 6 days a week because people would be sitting out by the river. Again, the river is right here and the patio is right there. So to get a spot along the river was awesome. Great place to have a glass of wine with somebody special and just kind of enjoy the quiet of and beauty that is Naperville. But then as summer went and colder weather came, the patio shut down and their need for me dropped dramatically. And suddenly I didn't feel so needed and loved anymore. And I no longer work there. I want to be loved. I want to be loved. I am human and I need to be loved. Hello, garbage truck. Woohoo! Woohoo! I'm gonna continue the walk back to the famous Kia Soul, and I'll sign off from there. It's gonna feel good to put the gimbal down and go back into Starbucks and warm up my hands and warm up my kind of chilly, but it's a beautiful day. We got a little dusting of snow, but just enough kind of to make it all look sort of pretty. And I appreciate you guys are the mosaics below you are beautiful. Oh yeah, is it slick? Be careful. No, not really slick. I don't know. Don't you want them to just my 2 cents. I didn't read that. I don't know. I was getting some comments, but I wasn't able to read them. Got a few ice cream shops in here, which kind of blows me away that people go out to ice cream in the winter. It seems like we probably got like 4 cute little ice cream shops in downtown Naperville. Here you go. Look at this. 4 little shops in downtown Naperville. Surprised they're able to stay open all winter. I don't know, because the town's so much quieter. You know, we still get a fair amount of foot traffic, but it's slammed in the warm summer months. And when it's cold, obviously, there's less people walking around, strolling around, coming down with kids and getting scoops of ice cream. Whew. I'm gonna put my coffee down. Hold on here, it's sliding off my car. Here's my Kia Soul. I'm gonna put my coffee down here. Sliding off my Kia Soul again. I'm gonna try and put my coffee down. I'm gonna turn the camera around and say, I wanna thank you so much for joining me today and following along in my journey. I go live every morning and talk for, I don't know, for however long I talk, half an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how much I have to say. If you're new to my page, please follow my page, please subscribe. I want to thank you for joining. I hope you had a great night's sleep. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.